Okay. So say we like think we've got an idea. We think we're on it. And even I love how you teach this in class. Like you don't even have to know your title like right away. Sometimes you teach to come up with that at the very end. People get so freaked out about their title and like don't do anything. But you're like, you can wait on the title. We can figure that out. But so they think they've got it. What is like the first step in the 3-step process?
Yeah, so now we're getting into the fun part. So there's 3 steps. And so once you have that idea, you're gonna take out a blank sheet of paper, preferably a piece of printer paper. That's my favorite because there's no lines.
All right.
Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna write the idea in the center of the page. And I'm glad you said this, Eileen. You don't need a title.
You don't need a title?
Please do not come up with a title and do not come up with a cover before doing this because it's just going to be a waste of time. Mm-hmm. So you come up with your book idea, you write that in the center, and then you're going to do a mind map. So kind of like in school, if you remember like the tree graph where you go out and out, or just a classic mind map where it's going to lines and bubbles and everything like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a brain dump onto the page, everything you can think of on this topic. Now this means every story that you have, every lesson that you've learned, every conversation that you've had, whether it's in your ministry or in your business or in your life with friends, every book that you've read, other sources of inspiration. You're just going to write everything because this is important not to filter here. And this is where you just you're going to start to realize that there's a lot more up in this noggin of yours than you think there is.
That's so good.
So that's where we start to get it out there. And that's step 1 in the process is to start to form a mind map. I recommend spending 15 minutes at a minimum. More like it usually turns into 45 minutes to an hour because you start getting fired.
That's right.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend, if you're listening to this right now, that as soon as this interview's over, you take out a sheet of paper and you go ahead and do that and go ahead and get started on your mind map, because that's when you can see if do I have enough knowledge to actually turn this into a book. And usually people go into that process and they'll say, I've got something I could write maybe 5 to 10 pages about. And they'll come out of the process and they'll say, wow, Chandler, I've got 2 to 3 books to write. I just have to figure out which one to write first, which much better problem to have.